What's up, Aries? Welcome to Black Madonna HP. What's up with you guys? We are a couple of weeks away from Thanksgiving. Well, less than a couple of weeks. But I hope you guys are preparing for all the good food and stuff. Maybe getting that gym membership ready because, yeah, Thanksgiving always put a couple extra pounds on. But let's go ahead and get into your message, Aries, and see what's up with you today. Beloved, what's the energy for Aries? I think we're going to do a short form Celtic and see kind of what's going on. Memories of love. Wow. Moving on. Intuition. Universe. Wow. Emotional withdrawal. And I'll come back and fix the cards. I want to get them out first. And sacral chakra. Wow. You spend time in a situation, Aries, with a person that you felt like didn't mean you any good. I feel like whoever this person was, they kind of took away from the different aspects of you as a person, right? Like, I feel like you changed for this person. You know, it feels like, Aries, you were dealing with some type of situation where initially you was unsure, but you still went all in for it. And kind of tried to make it work in spite of everything within you telling you that this situation isn't working, right? I'm hearing that the person was condescending and conniving, right? But because you loved them, because you cared about them, you let a lot of that stuff slide. And just because it slide don't mean they was slick, right? You just let it slide. I feel like at the end of the day, you put your best foot forward and you decided to end this situation with this person. Primarily because this was a person about self-preservation, right? It wasn't about us. It was about you and them, right? It wasn't an us type of thing. This person seemed like they took a lot emotionally and mentally. For some of you physically, from your world. You know, love was in this situation. Love abided in this situation. But it wasn't mutual. You gave and gave and gave and gave until you couldn't give anymore. It feels like this was a one-sided relationship. A relationship that seemed like it could withstand the test of time, but it didn't. Because there was one person putting in the work while the other person just kind of reaped all the benefits of it. I feel like, Aries, as you progressively move forward with this individual, you've seen a lot of different sides to them. Sides that you didn't know existed within them, right? At times, they were kind of scare you. I'm hearing you were scared because you kind of knew you guys wouldn't end up together. And so the more you kind of held on to the situation or try to, grasp the situation, it feels like the more you just couldn't get a hold of the person. I feel like the person may have been mentally disconnected from the relationship. They could have had other partners and things that they were dealing with, other people. I'm also feeling like there was somebody else that was in the midst that played a profound role in the way that the situation turned out for you two. You know, with this energy, at any time, this person could have made the decision to do the right thing, right? Because, excuse me, it definitely crossed their mind that they weren't doing right by you, right? But for whatever reason, this person decided to persist in their actions and reactions to you in a negative way versus a positive light. I feel like this person brought a lot of animosity into the relationship. And it wasn't so much aimed at you, but I feel like it was aimed at something much deeper. Something that they're still dealing with internally, right? But this was a person that projected a lot of this energy onto you. This person showed up in such a way where they seemed like they were emotionally available, right? But that changed once they hit your heart, right? You seen them become more emotionally unavailable. You seen them reacting differently, talking to you differently, treating you differently, like just really doing different things that kind of, once again, made you scared. Because you knew, as far as longevity, that the situation won't work out. But you still tried to give it your best because you did love this person, right? But in the end, I feel like you had to walk away from this person, right? Now, where you stand now is in a situation where you feel like you've overcame a lot in this relationship with this person. You had to overcome the barriers such as, being in love, being attached, thinking about them, all that type of stuff, right? And it seems like you're overcoming that, but you can't help but to think about what could have been between me and this person. I feel like, Aries, at times you think about what really matters in your life, right? And you're a person that realizes that love matters, right? Like, you don't want to be alone or end up alone and all that type of stuff. Like, you do want to have someone that you share your life with, but you're not willing to settle for someone that doesn't treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. I feel like this person could have been a little rude. I really was getting harsh, but they were rude at times. They definitely made it difficult for you guys to work on this relationship, right? It was all about them. It wasn't about you two. Very, very selfish type person. For some of you, they did a lot of things to you on purpose, knowingly, right? And I'm not sure if this was a way for them to self-sabotage the relationship, or if this was really them, like, character flaws, right? This person had a lot of character flaws, but here's the part about this person. They had a lot of feelings and emotions for you, but they just couldn't show it. They held back a lot from you out of fear, right? Out of not wanting to get their heart broke. And this comes up a lot in the collective, where people feared getting their heart broke. And I feel like with your person, Aries, it was almost like they knowingly in every way sabotaged this connection because not only of fear, but not feeling worthy. Sometimes we decide to jump into these situations without getting to know the person fully. That's why I would tell people, stay out the bed until you get to know people, because you will equivalate sex with love, right? And then by the time you figure out that sex isn't love, and that this person that you're actually dealing with has other issues going on, it's too late because your heart is already in it. So I feel like this person right now is in deep thought about their actions regarding the situation. Something about the breaking point, right? Something happened, and it was the breaking point for this relationship, and this is why this relationship ended. Whatever this breaking point was for you, for this person, it stays on this person's mind because they know that they were the root cause of this breaking, right? This falling apart, this separation, right? But then at the same time, they have all this love that they're holding inside for you, right? They haven't showed it. They haven't showed the extent of how they really feel. And I feel like that's hard for them to do as days go by, right? Because as days go by, they're thinking, and they're thinking more deeply about how their actions affected this relationship. And is there any way that they can fix it, right? Fixing it for them takes on a whole new meaning, because I feel like fixing it isn't just like they can pick up the phone and call you, right? It's like this person has to pull out all the stops in order to fix it, because to a certain extent there was a lot of damage that was done in this relationship. A lot of betrayal, a lot of lying, a lot of regrets, right? This person's walking around with regret. They got an R on their chest, or their name could start with an R. I don't know why I get that. But they walk around with this big ass regret, right? And it's centered in their heart space, right? All the things that they regret, that they should have did, that they never did. All the things that they should have said but never said, right? So I'm feeling a deep sense of sorrow when it comes to someone. Realizing that they really messed stuff up. Like, yeah, they sabotaged the connection, but they didn't realize to the extent in which the damage was done until it was too late. So now as they're sitting there and they're thinking and they're contemplating, you know, it seems as if they can't find a solution to solve the problem. You know, it seems like the more they sit with themselves, the more guiltier they feel, right? And ultimately, the guilt is what keeps them away, right? Because how can I ever, like, make this up to Aries? How can I ever show Aries that I was afraid? Because they're not going to tell you that they was afraid, so they sabotaged the connection, right? But it's this deep-rooted regret, right? They want to do the right thing, but don't know how to do the right thing. They don't know how to step out on faith and do the right thing. It's like they're just going to sit with it. And I feel like this is why the sacral chakra energy is here, because they're sitting with their emotions. They're just sitting with what they really want to do to push this relationship forward, to push things ahead. But they realize one thing: the clock is ticking. They only have so much time to get this right, and I feel like they have one time to get it right. This may be something that this person knows. Like, this isn't going to be something that they could just slide into and say, hey, what's up, Aries? No. This is someone that knows they have to put forth a lot of effort into getting you back. And if they haven't did the work, if they haven't, put forth the effort to heal themselves or heal this relationship or talk to who they need to talk to in order to make this better, they know that there's no need to even come forward. For some of you, your person isn't going to do the work. But for others of you, there's people that are going to do the work. But one of the profound things that you need to understand, Aries, is if these individuals do the work, they need to do it for themselves, or else it won't stick. Like anytime you do something, like let's say, you know, you're married or whatever, right? And you want to start a job or quit a job or whatever. Hopefully this is a good analogy the way it's coming out. But you want to start a job, quit a job or something, right? And you need to go back to school for it, right? But you know that it's going to mess with the finances within the household, right? And you know that there's going to be like some type of financial decrease, right? You're going to need to work with your spouse to figure out how to make it work, right? This is a bad analogy. Bad analogy. Let me go to another one. You know, okay, let's take an alcoholic. I don't know why I'm going there, but let's take an alcoholic that drink too much, right? And their husband, their wife, their spouse got a problem with them drinking. Unless they want to stop drinking for themselves versus their spouse, they'll always be an alcoholic, right? The only way to cure that disease is if they do it for themselves. And then that way, you know, relapsing and all those things aren't that big, right? So for this person, I feel like if they're going to do the work, they have to do it for themselves versus the gain of you. I feel like them doing the work, you're like a perk that beloved will bring back full circle if they do the work on themselves. If your person doesn't come back, Aries, it's because they weren't willing to do the work. You know, it says, he that finds a wife finds a good thing and has found favor from the Lord, right? So, in your case, this person, this R that's on their chest, this R, they have to work on it because they have to do some deep root work, right? More of the sacral chakra energy. And for some of you, like I said, it feels like they're going to do the work. But for others of you, this person is going to walk around and continue to be an unhealed person. And they're going to sabotage every relationship that they've ever been in or ever be in, right? This is going to be a person that's never going to be happy because they're always going to be in that state of fear and always trying to project that energy onto the next person, right? But let's get a couple of messages, see how this person feels about you. Beloved, how does this person feel about Aries? How does this person feel about Aries, please? How does this person feel about Aries? So they've been craving intimacy with you. They want that closeness back, right? That's as close as two human beings can get, where one is deep inside the other, right? But that's only physical, right? I really miss you. I wish you were here with me. I am not the father, and I'm confused. I don't know who to choose. You have a Scorpio. I'm secretly obsessed with you. I have never felt this way. And I feel like you have somebody else in your life. You know, this secret obsession that they have is that R that they carry on their chest, right? Because this regret keeps them from you, but they can't help but to feel the way they feel about you, right? I feel like, you know, you disengaging with this person is the reason why they feel like you might have somebody else, right? And it may be true, it may not be true, but this is how they feel because you've disconnected from the relationship, right? I really miss you, wish you were here with me. I'm not the father, and I'm confused. I don't know who to choose. See, this is this person's sabotaging behavior, right? I'm not sure why this I'm not the father card is here, but I'm going to tell you what it feels like. It feels like this is a deep-rooted childhood wound where either A, their mother experienced this or something, or their father told them straight up, like, you know, I'm not your daddy. You know, with this person, I get deep-rooted pain, deep-rooted, like, issues. They're walking around normal, but they got some shit that they really need to take care of overall, right? But either way, Aries, that's what I get for you. I thank you guys so much for tapping into Black Madonna HP's Table Etiquettes. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, love, peace, and so, take care.